Hi. To be completely honest, I don't have an intro for this. Ellie Goulding fake tweets. That's what this video is about. How do I explain that? I'm not sure. Haven't thought that far. I just want to rank them because these are some of the most prolific pieces of literature that I have found ever. The only way I can explain these is that they are a collection of fake Ellie Goulding tweets from the Twitter account Fake Showbiz News, chronicling the journeys of a confused woman who has an audience and a platform, and she's gonna use it. I have organized the tier list to the lyrics of Ellie Goulding's hit song Burn. The tiers are: that's the highest one. To me, that means this tweet is prolific. It's important. It's imperative to the establishment of Ellie Goulding fake tweets' position in my personal life, in my private life, in my personal mental health history. No, not that far. This one is just, it's impressive. It's entertaining. I like it. It hasn't chemically changed anything within me, but I still really like it and I appreciate the creativity behind it. Start the fire? Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're cooking with this.
Someone cooked.
No, I don't want to say it. They don't know what they heard. This is a confused tier. I'm not too sure what's happening with this. The joke has either flown over my head, or I'm just in general confused. In this form, I am they. I am not they, them barista, but I am they. The last one is burn. Derogatory. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Ellie Goulding says she finds it ridiculous when pilots announce to passengers they're currently cruising at 35,000 feet or whatever. How can he possibly know this? Has he got a super long tape measure he lowers to the ground? She said. I don't think I resonate with this one. This isn't a good one to start it off with. Should I start off with a different one? No. I'm a little bit confused. I don't feel like the joke hit me where they usually would hit me. But I don't hate it. I don't want to burn it. Maybe I do want to burn it. Should I burn it? I'm gonna burn it. I love the stock images of Ellie Goulding, by the way. I know that they're not technically stock images, but they feel that they have the same genre as stock images. Like, why is she... You know, Ellie Goulding says she's amazed at how many places you can fly to from Heathrow Airport. You can literally go anywhere in the world, she said. I like this one. It's so stupid. These tweets don't make any sense, and that's what I think is great about them. It's useless knowledge that is, I'm being told. I don't need to know that. I would say we are starting a fire. We're starting the fire. I wouldn't say that we have cooked anything or we're burning, but we are starting. Ellie Goulding says she appreciates you're not supposed to put metal cutlery in the microwave, but she doesn't get why. Hers starts flashing crazily and making a horrible noise when she forgets. Would a simple beep not suffice? She said. I do like this one too. Once again, useless knowledge. I didn't need to know that, but valid. I like the tweets that assume or that make her sound so disassociated from reality. Let's say that. That's a good way to say stupid. I would say we're also starting the fire here. Next one. Ellie Goulding says people make too much fuss about astronauts landing on the moon. It's only like going to an island but in the sky, she told reporters. I'll put this in they don't know what they heard. Because I get it, but I don't know. I don't appreciate it. Actually, you know what? I'm swapping these two because I feel like I don't understand what's happening in this one. Ellie Goulding admits she's skeptical about Notts Country's claim of being the oldest football club in the world. We've only got their word for it, that they were founded in 1862, she said. Everyone who was alive then is now dead. This is a valid point. I would say that it isn't, it's not detached from reality enough for me to really enjoy it. My favorite fake Ellie Goulding tweets are the ones that I can't really, explain. Like, she made a good point and I don't have a rebuttal. This one, I have a rebuttal. Obviously, we know who, Wait, I don't. Do I have a rebuttal? I do. Give me a second. Okay, it's recorded in history. We know. I will say we're starting the fire because we're getting to a point that I like, but I'm not super into it. Ellie Goulding says she can't believe humans have been around for almost 2,000 years and we still have no idea what the moon is made of. Yes. We. Ellie Goulding says she can't get over the fact planes have horns. Why on earth would a plane need to honk its horn, she's asked. Planes have horns? They do have horns. Wow. How did I not know that? I guess I've never had a plane honk at me. Honestly, I'll give this one the top tier because it's... no. It's educating me, but it makes me feel dumb. No. Okay, Ellie Goulding reveals she's only just realised the rectangular mats people put by their doors are designed to help visitors scrape mud and debris off their shoes when they enter. Mind officially blown, she laughed. No. Burn. Ellie Goulding admits she'd really hate to be crucified. Okay. Painful and boring, a nightmare combo, she told reporters. Once again, that's valid. I love the useless thought behind it all. I don't need to know that. Why would Ellie Goulding be crucified? What's she done? Ellie Goulding is Jesus confirmed. Jesus? Ellie Goulding is Jesus confirmed. Okay. Put it in we. Ellie Goulding says she's had a great idea for a new film about humans living on Saturn. I'm not sure about the plot, but it'd be cool to have the big rings in the background all the time, she said. I'm not sure about the plot. You know what? I like it. I like it. She's not sure about the plot, and that's okay. You don't have to plan anything out. You just gotta have ideas. I think that's the important part. Let someone else figure it out. It's not up to you. You just girl boss, Ellie. Ellie Goulding says they should move the longest day to later in the summer. June's too early, she told reporters. See, I don't know what I heard with this one because we only have wet and dry seasons. That's literally what they're called, so I don't relate at all. I can't even say she's valid in this because I don't even know that there's the longest day. Ellie Goulding says airlines could save a lot of money and the planet by flying planes at a low altitude of about 500 feet instead of the usual 36,000 feet. People would also find it really cool to have planes passing low overhead, she said. I align with this one. Would I appreciate a plane flying right above me? No, it would probably kill me. It would make me deaf. And I would suffer for the rest of my life. But you can't fault her logic. It would be cool to see a plane flying right above you. All the time though? Nah, sorry. I'd pass. I'll put her in we though. There's a humor behind it. Just the humor would cause lifelong suffering if it was actually done. Ellie Goulding says, isn't it weird how thousands of years ago we were all fish and then some people became human and others became things like armadillos. So glad my ancestors decided to go down the human route. She smiled. Oh, she smiled. You know what? Just because she smiled, is everybody on the right and crazy? Just for the smile, that's she's so sweet. She's just so grateful that she's not an armadillo. And you know what? So am I. Sometimes I think about that. I don't want to be an ant or like a different type of animal where I can't think. But maybe that would be nice. Just for a day. Okay, stop. Let's get back on track, guys. Ellie Goulding brands Specsavers arrogant for branching out into hearing aids. Ears are completely different to eyes. She fumed. You know what they are? They are very different to eyes. Once again, I can't really back her up on this, but love the attitude. She's a woman with the way of words. And I appreciate that. This one, we. Ellie Goulding says she recently read the UK has a population of 68 million, yet there are only 24.7 million houses, which means more than half the population is currently homeless. That cannot be right, she said. It can't be right. And she is right. She's right about it not being right. In every sense of the word. Factually, ethically. But you know what is right? Her. She was right. Wait. Should I put it in start the fire or we? How did she say it? She just said it. Okay. I want the descriptive wordplay. She smiled, she fumed. She said, not into that. Ellie Goulding reveals she was looking at the label on her t-shirt the other day and noticed it was made in Indonesia. What a random place for my t-shirt to have been made. She chuckled. There we go. It's somewhere between start the fire and burn. But it's not they don't know what they heard for me. You know what, I'll put it in start the fire. Ellie Goulding says it's absurd how everyone raves about how Usain Bolt can run, yet he's quite a lot slower than the worst car on the market. How can you argue with that? You can't, it's flawless logic. Sure, you might be the pinnacle of humans, but you can't outrun the worst car made on human roads right now. Can you? Nuh-uh, you can't, bitch. That's what she said. She just phrased it nicely. And you know what? Ellie Goulding suggests camera feeds could be set up throughout prisons for people to watch at home. She said not only would it be fun to watch, but viewers could report any wrongdoing they see, such as drug drops or shankings, to the relevant authorities. That's literally Big Brother, just a lot more violence. Why shankings? Any wrongdoings? Any wrongdoings? Any wrongdoings? Why'd we have to go straight to drug drops and shankings? I got you on my mind? Ellie Goulding's got violence on her mind. But that's kind of fun. I would like to see that. It's kind of the Hunger Games, isn't it? We live in the capital. Ellie Goulding says the remarkable thing about watching footage of September 11th terror attacks is the clothes worn by people on the street don't look that outdated, given it happened almost 20 years ago. Wow. You know... Yeah. They don't know what they heard. 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 Ellie Goulding admits she's having a hard time accepting Earth is whizzing through space at 67,000 miles per hour. Surely we'd be constantly clattering into stuff, she inquired. Ooh, she's inquiring. Should I burn it? Should I burn it? I don't really like it. I don't know why I don't like it, I just don't. Let me read it again. Ellie Goulding admits she's having a hard time accepting Earth is whizzing through space at 67. Yeah, I don't like it that much. Why don't I like it? Ellie Goulding says it's ridiculous how many people still think Elton John's Candle in the Wind is about Marilyn Monroe when it's clearly about a woman named Norma Jean. He even says her name in the first line, for heaven's sake, she said. Ellie Goulding says if mums and daughters are missing each other at the moment, the solution is simple. Get some nursing training and then go and work on a COVID-19 ward together. This was in May 4th, 2020. Valid. But I don't like it. You know what? I'll put it, no. See, I just don't feel much towards it. These last few have been really disappointing. Ellie Goulding suggests grounded passenger planes could be used as homeless shelters over the next few months. The best behaved ones could go in business class, she said. What's with her and planes? She's really obsessed with planes. Why? Providing shelter for the homeless. Pretty, you know what, can put it in start the fire. A valid plan and a selfless act from Miss Goulding. She can go into start the fire for that. Just don't burn the plane though. Are we gonna let it burn? No. Ellie Goulding says she's amazed there were 200 British people in the coronavirus hit city of Wuhan. What the fuck were they doing there? Okay. In this, everybody on the floor is acting crazy, getting look until the lights out. Till coronavirus hits. What the fuck were they all doing there? You knew that COVID was gonna happen, so why would you be there? You know, so stupid. Guys, come on. Ellie Goulding says air stewards and stewardesses should be shown how to fly a plane just in case anything happens to the pilot. It would improve safety. Girl, leave the planes alone. Oh my god, what's going on with the aircraft? Why are we so concerned about the aircraft, Ms. Goulding? It would improve safety though. She has got a point. She's an icon. Start the fire. It would improve safety. Ellie Goulding says it's weird how Dave Grohl did the drumming in Nirvana, but now does the singing in the Foo Fighters. He needs to make his mind up, she said. He does need to make his mind up. Come on, be one thing. I just realized I look like a Neapolitan ice cream. Is this the right order of color though? Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry? I don't know what I heard because I don't know who that is. Sorry. Ellie Goulding says she'd love to watch Usain Bolt having a race against a plane that was taking off. I wonder who would win. She pondered. Why is she obsessed with the planes? And Usain Bolt? And why does she keep comparing him to vehicles? First she compared him to a car, now she's comparing him to an aircraft. What is it with, one, mechanical engineering that allows flight that she has beef with, and two, why does she keep questioning Usain Bolt's quickness? My god, who would win? We. Because you know what? Sure, let him race. let him race a plane. Fastest man on earth, race this plane. That's what she said. Ellie Goulding expresses disbelief that planes... Fuck off. Stop, no more planes. Fucking god. Ellie Goulding expresses disbelief that planes regularly fly from Copenhagen to Tokyo. What sort of crazy scenario would make you need to be in Copenhagen one day and in Tokyo the next? She said. Yes, it's valid, okay? What? Why do you... are you touring? What are you doing? In Copenhagen and then in Tokyo? I'm backing my girl on this. Sure, she needs to stop talking about fucking planes, but... Ellie Goulding expresses bewilderment over buses that drive along with not in service signs. What are they driving around for then? She said. Start the fire. I do feel positively towards this, but it's not. It doesn't hit. Sorry. Oh, Ellie Goulding says it must have been annoying for people aged about 80 when they invented planes. I bet they were all like, why didn't you come up with this sooner? She laughed. The planes. Start the fire. Burn the planes down. Get rid of the planes. Ellie Goulding will not stop talking about the planes. Okay. Ellie Goulding says HMV should future-proof its business by doing haircuts and car repairs. People might not be buying CDs anymore, but they'll always need MOTs and haircuts, she said. Once again, vehicles. If it's not a plane, it's... I didn't realize out of all these 52 tweets, half of them would be about fucking planes. Start the fire. Start it. Because it's a valid thought, I just wanted to stop talking about a vehicle. Ellie Goulding says she wonders what would happen if a passenger plane tried to fly into space. Maybe we should try it. She laughed. Okay. That would start a fire. So I think that should go and start the fire. Ellie Goulding says she and her friends once stayed at a cottage in the Peak District and the visitor's book had been signed in 2007 by Adolf Hitler. Assume it wasn't the real one, she laughed. Okay. The past 10 have been planes. Plane or vehicle related, and now we're talking about Hitler? I'm sorry. When these come up on my For You page one by one, they're so harmless. But reading them all together like this, and having to think about them and put them in a ranking, in a tier list, in a YouTube video, is really stressful for some reason. Adolf Hitler? And that's so specific. Her friends once stayed at a cottage in the Peak District and a visitor's book had been signed in 2007 by Adolf Hitler. It wasn't the real one. I don't know what I heard there. They don't know what they heard. They, meaning me, don't know what I heard there. Ellie Goulding announces she wants to become the first female pope, or if not, the first female leader of Stockport Borough Council. That's a nice one. She just wants to be part of a city council. Is it a city council? Don't know what it is. But you know what? Start the fire. You go, girl. You become an elected official. Ellie Goulding says she doesn't think the moon landings were faked or anything, but she does sometimes wonder if the stuff NASA says about galaxies millions of miles away is slightly made up. I'ma burn it. Don't feel anything towards it. It's not making me feel anything. It's not making me ponder, as Ellie Goulding would. Ellie Goulding says it's ridiculous that cats have an aversion to citrus. Oranges are delicious, she told reporters. Cats have an aversion to citrus. Start the fire. Did not know that cats had an aversion to citrus. Ellie Goulding says she can't believe it took 14 years to build the Sydney Opera House. It's nice, but it shouldn't have taken that long. She said, "We." Yeah, it is nice, but it shouldn't have taken that long. But I think we do have to consider the time that it was being made in. If it was made now, I'm sure they would be able to get it done much quicker. Ms. Goulding, if you care. This is me if you care. Ellie Goulding says she can't believe there are more than 800 missing... More than 230,000 people sign Ellie Goulding's petition for green to be made a primary colour. I mean, those are the colour receptors in the eyes. I don't see why it can't be made. I guess I get colour theory. Okay, you know what? It can be a primary colour in terms of human awareness and perception. Visual perception. The optical range of vision. It's a primary colour. Ellie Goulding says if she'd been Neil Armstrong driving that rocket to the moon, she'd have stopped off at Mars or Saturn on the way home. Okay. Where do I rank that? I'm gonna put it in there to know what they heard, because I can't make my mind up on that. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. Ellie Goulding says it's ridiculous she has to go through security at airports. Why would I be a terrorist? She said. That's a great question, Ellie. Why would she be a terrorist? Ellie Goulding, when you don't love her like you do, becomes a terrorist? Why would I be a terrorist? Why would I be a terrorist? Why would I be a terrorist? I'll put it in we. Ellie Goulding admits she never realized the buzzing sound made by bees was caused by the rapid flapping of their wings. I just thought they were saying buzz, she told reporters. That's so cute. I wish they did though. I wish that different animals had other sounds than the ones that they do have now. I haven't figured out the plot, but I just would like it if for a day everything swapped sounds. Like a goose made the sound of a train. If a fly... No, we need to stop this train of thought. That's enough now. Ellie Goulding says it'll be interesting to see how they weave the COVID pandemic into the next season of Better Call Saul. I can't imagine Mike will be too happy about wearing a face mask, she laughed. Don't know. I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna add that there. Ellie Goulding says, while everyone's busy cooing about how bright Venus looks in the sky, is no one a bit worried about why that might be? It could be on fire or something. Start the fire. Start the fire, Goulding. Ellie Goulding says prison officers should each have a gun, so if any inmates misbehave, they can just shoot them dead. Give me one reason why this isn't a brilliant idea, she said. She gets very extreme sometimes. They don't know what they heard, because I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Ellie Goulding says she wonders if there's a way homeless people could have pop-up temporary accommodation implanted in their backs. A bit like a snail. The logistics would need some work, she admitted. Like snails? Like a snail. A bit like a snail. The logistics would need some work. Yeah, they would. They would need some work, Ellie. I'm glad that you admitted that. I don't know what to make of this one, but I really like it. Is everybody on the floor acting crazy? Acting crazy, getting loco till the lights out. Ellie Goulding reveals her biggest fear, that she's seriously ill in a hospital one day and a cleaner accidentally unplugs her life support machine. I'm not sure why that's her biggest fear. Very specific fear. You know what, we'll start the fire with this one. Ellie Goulding says she's spotted a pretty massive discrepancy that adds weight to the moon landing's conspiracy theory. How the hell did they launch a massive rocket from the moon to bring everyone home? I learnt about this. I don't remember it. To answer your question, Ms. Goulding, I do not have the knowledge to do that. They don't know what they heard, I guess? Start the fire? No, they don't know what they heard. I'm a bit confused. Ellie Goulding says, never mind, Stonehenge. How the fuck did the Statue of Liberty come about? We. Never mind Stonehenge. Don't mind that. Don't mind the stones. If there's no one to hear a Stonehenge fall in the woods, did it ever really happen? Ellie Goulding says it's ridiculous airport security still won't allow 330ml cans of pop through. You can't blow up a plane with Fanta. She moaned. Talk to ya. Love that one. You can't blow up a plane with Fanta. Yeah, why the fuck would she be a terrorist? She's just continuing that train of thought, you know? She needs to stop thinking about planes though. She needs to start getting introspective, and she needs to think about what her obsession with planes are. Ellie Goulding says she can't understand why many parents install stair gates at the bottom of the stairs. Do they think their toddlers are going to fall up the stairs? The singer asked. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this one, but it's too easily explainable. They don't want the children going up the stairs in the first place, diva. It's shepherding the child. They're shepherding the children. Ellie Goulding says she thinks planes should be flown remotely by pilots back on the ground to help prevent hijackings. Like a drone. That's honestly kinda cunt. I would love that. I get to fly a plane from the ground. That's like the toy planes, but IRL. Not in real life, those are real too, in a larger scale. Start the fire. She's starting something. She's cooking. Someone cooked here. Ellie Goulding did. Someone burnt here. Ellie Goulding did. Okay, that's all of them, I think. Unless I missed one accidentally, but that's all of the ones that I could find. I do have a question. It's about planes. Why did we decide that Ellie Goulding has an obsession with planes? I don't have anything in my memory that tells me that has any relation between planes and Ellie Goulding. When did this Venn diagram... Well, also, random intense mentions of violence as well. That's a bit of a concern for me. Why is Ellie Goulding suddenly so violent? She seems like such a nice lady. But still love them. They're very intense to review in this way. To rank and come up with. Like, I try to explain them. They're not very easily explainable. These pieces of literature. All of the fake Ellie Goulding tweets from fake Showbiz News Twitter account ranked in order of burn lyrics. Bye bye.